This is Wendy Servey. I'm from the Los Alamos Fire Department. I'm the Deputy Fire Chief. And thank you for inviting me to the Toppers game today. Now we have a recruit, Academy 31 going on. They're in their recruitment period. They'll be done in May. And we're also recruiting for another academy right after that. If you enjoy fitness, if you enjoy teamwork, you work well with others, you have a dedication to your sport, then you're probably going to have a dedication to the team. And that's what we're looking for, because firefighting is a team sport. A lot of times we have to collaborate with a lot of agencies in the area, as far as the community, the police department, the hospital. So you have to have good people skills, and I know that Toppers have good people skills. We're also looking for some people who have dedication to what's going on or the task at hand. Firefighting is a team sport, so we would welcome anything that you can give to us, because we're looking for you, and go Toppers.
Hello, I'm Deputy Chief Oliver Morris of the Los Alamos Police Department, and I just want to take a few moments of your time to talk about some safety initiatives that we want to bring forth to the community as the 2022-2023 school year starts in Los Alamos. School is right around the corner, and we want to remind parents and students to make sure that you leave enough time to get to school on time, so we're not rushing. As you can see behind me, all school zones are 15 miles an hour when students are going to school, even if they're not present. So let's slow down and just make sure our students are safe. Secondly, I want to remind us that when the buses are stopped and their stop signs and lights are activated, we want traffic to stop in both directions to allow time for students to cross the street to keep them safe. The other thing I want to talk about is our school campuses. It's important to remember that during school, campuses are closed to the general public, as well as the playgrounds and facilities, while school is in session. This also includes Sullivan Field and the Sullivan Field parking lot. We want to make sure that school is meant for just school hours and school staff. Please check in with the staff regularly if you're going to be planning on visiting our campuses. We have a long history at Los Alamos to have amazing school resource officers. These officers are there to provide an atmosphere of safety and security for our students and faculty, but they're also there to foster positive relationships with students. So we use our school resource officers just to ensure that everything is safe in our schools. The other thing I'd like to direct our community to is on the losalamosschools.net website. If you click on the Safety and Wellness section, you will see that there's the See Something, Say Something app. This app is a great tool to report anything that has to do with safety, whether it's bullying or whether it's a suspicious person on campus or anything you think is safety related for our schools. Please use this app to report any suspicious behavior so that we can work in concert with the Los Alamos Public Schools to make sure everyone is safe. And that's the final message that I have for you today. And I just want to make sure that we have a safe and fun school year, and go Toppers.
Hi there, my name is Kristen O'Hara, and I'm the Director of Interpretation at Pajarito Environmental Education Center. We are the nonprofit that runs the Los Alamos Nature Center. Bears are active in Los Alamos during spring, summer, and fall. New Mexico Game and Fish recommend the following 6 bear-wise basics to keep you and our bears safe. Do not feed or approach bears. Whether it's unintentional or intentional, feeding black bear in our community is incentivizing them to come into our residential neighborhoods for food. And we do not want to do that. They are wild animals. They're equipped for finding food themselves. Our people food is not the best thing for them. As far as approaching bears in the wild, it is best to stay away from black bear. If a black bear hasn't seen you and you happen to see one across the street from you, take a moment to have that beautiful experience, but do not approach a black bear. Make sure to secure your garbage cans and recycling. Bears have a very keen sense of smell and can rip open garbage cans very easily, so having them secured with some sort of bungee cord or something to keep the lids down is the best way to keep our bears in our community safe. Remove bird feeders during prime active bear times. Black bears in Los Alamos are active anywhere between the very end of April, May to the middle of November. So during those times, anything we can do to keep our bears safe by not giving them food is better for bears and better for us. So at night, for instance, at the Nature Center, we take down the bird feeders that we have outside and put them back up in the morning. So that is something you can do. But if you do have a bear at your house that has eaten from your feeders, make sure to take your feeders down for a length of time around 2 weeks, so the bear does not acclimatize to coming to your house for food. Do not leave your pet food outside. If you happen to feed your animals outdoors, put your food bowls out there, make sure your animals have your fill, but make sure you bring them in after your animal is done eating. That'll, again, keep the bears safe. Clean and store your grills. That means cleaning your grills thoroughly, removing all fat and food that could have dropped in the base of the grill, and then storing it in an inaccessible place, so a place the bears cannot get to, like a garage or even inside your house, if that's a possibility. I know not everybody has a garage, but just keeping in mind a good place to store a grill that is away from that can be away from bears accessing it. And I guess our last bear safety tip is to tell your neighbors, communicate with your neighbors and your friends about bears that have been spotted in the area, or these safety tips that you've learned here today. The more knowledge we can give to our neighbors and our friends, the better, and it will keep our bear neighbors and our human neighbors as safe as possible. Good luck, toppers, on your season.
Hi, I'm Curtis Christensen, Managing Director of the Los Alamos Program Management Office here at TechSource. TechSource is honored to have the opportunity to support Hilltoppers basketball. We are part of the lab's triad team working towards mission delivery, and we are part of the community right here, living the example that it is team that gets it done. To borrow some of the famous Coach Wooden's words, the main ingredient to winning is team. All the team. The players that listen, push, and focus during practice, the support from the bench, and those 5 on the court. Los Alamos is a special community. We count ourselves lucky to be able to have the opportunity to support its people, events, and organizations. Good luck today. Go Toppers.
Join the University of New Mexico Los Alamos for the exceptional education. Join us for the small class sizes. Join us for the quality faculty and staff who are dedicated to your success. Whatever your reason for joining us, start here, go anywhere. Go Hilltoppers.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bomber Field. And we are here. You're listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post coverage of Los Alamos Hilltopper baseball. Toppers taking on the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. This is the second game of a doubleheader scheduled for today, and we are up here in beautiful, balmy North Mesa as always. Boy, we just love it here, Gene.
Yes, it is. It's
yeah.
Nice.
This is Mike Mays, of course, with Gene Mortensen, and yeah, just 85 degrees, not a breath of wind, just perfect day for baseball, except for the exact opposite of that.
I know. I put a little umbrella in my Pepsi. It's a perfect day, and the only thing we're missing here is the ocean breeze, the ocean waves lapping at us.
Yeah, just a couple of lifeguards, a couple of girls in bikinis. We're in pretty good shape, Gene.
Not too shabby. They just threw a baseball at me.
Yeah, obviously they didn't like us talking about
about the bikini girls.
Yeah, besmirching North Mesa here. So, but anyway, the Toppers taking on the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. Gene, in that first game, the Toppers rolled to a 10-0, a 5-inning victory over the Sun Devils. Toppers were up 5-0 heading into the bottom of the fourth, pushed 5 runs across the plate to put Espanola Valley in jeopardy. Diego Rodriguez pitching in the 5th inning set the Sun Devils down, struck out 2 of the 3 batters and got the third to pop up. But we are ready to go here for in this ball game, and up to bat first for the Espanola Valley Sun Devils is Jaden Archuleta. He is the shortstop.
Yeah, and here we go. And of course, pitching for Los Alamos today, they switched around. The last game that they played against Espanola, they had Kyle Evans, and he shut them down 14-5. But today it's Zach Gonzalez, and so Zach's right now facing Jaden Logan. Anyway, he's Jaden Archuleta. Count is 1-1 at the moment, and now make it 1-2. As Jaden swings at a low pitch. That one almost looked like he dug up some dirt. I mean, couldn't have been any lower. He needed a golf club for that one. This one is going to be ground ball out into right field. So he's going to get the base hit out into right field to start things off. So nice little grounder right past first base. So right away, Jaden gets on base, and now comes up the pitcher, Leo Arevalo. So, and Arevalo, and he came in as a relief pitcher in Espanola as Hilltoppers were pounding the starting pitcher, Lamaya, and he came in about the third or fourth inning. It didn't make any difference. They just started pounding away on him. But right now, Leo at the plate. And the count right now is 1-1. So Zach Gonzalez on the mound for Los Alamos, and then just to we get a chance here, Mike will run through the defense for the Hilltoppers. But right now it's Leo Archuleta, and the count is 2-1. Zach Gonzalez has a runner on first. And there's a ground ball to third. The throw's going to go to first, and that's they got him. Oh, actually, the throw went to second. I'm sorry, throw went to second, so they got him going down to second base, and so Jaden Archuleta gets retired on a as he grounds out. Well, he was forced out on the fielder's choice, and so. But anyway, Zach. Leo Arevalo gets on first base, and now that'll ring up Lauren V. Hill. He's the left fielder. So Lauren V. Hill comes up.
Yeah, left fielder, and a heck of a basketball player, too.
Yes, he is. Swings and misses.
Looked like Zach fooled him with a breaking ball there. Lauren way on top of it, a little early, too. Looks like he was looking fastball, and Zach threw the deuce behind him. Now next pitch is a fastball that's going to be outside.
Yeah, boy, that almost got away from Drew Watkins, the catcher for Los Alamos. That was a great, it was high and outside. I'm amazed that he grabbed that one. But he did a good job. There's a swing as it fouls it off. So it looks like the count's going to go 2-2. So 2-2. We have one out. We have a runner on first base. That is Leo Ariduela. And he will be the pitcher. And there's a high fly ball out into left field. And an easy catch out there in left field for the Hilltoppers for Esteban Trujillo. So Trujillo pulls it in. That makes it out number 2. So Lauren Hill flies out to left. Uriel Quintana coming up, Mike. He's the third baseman. So right now we still have a runner on first, and now there's 2 away. We're in the top of the first inning. Well, that looked like an awfully good pitch, but the umpire doesn't agree. What a surprise. Anyway.
Yeah, pretty close. Pretty close. Nice fastball there by Gonzalez.
Yeah. Throw to first. Whoa, close. That's the one nice thing about softball. You don't have to worry about them playing games with the bases. Girls aren't allowed to lead off. And so the ground ball down to the shortstop. Up low throw, but boy, great catch over at first base as it went to Diego Rodriguez, and then he throw it over to Aiden Garcia was a little low and right in front of him, but Aiden did a fantastic job of pulling that in. So anyway, Mike, that'll do it. So Ariel Quintana, he grounds out to short. And so they leave one on, so they come up with a 4 up and 3 down as they leave the runner on first base. And so, Mike, you want to maybe you can either Los Alamos defense or Topper or Espanola defense, whatever you want to do.
All right. Well, since they are on the field, I'll give the Sun Devil defense for you here, Gene. On first base, Isaiah Aquino. The second baseman, Dominic Salazar. Uriel Quintana is on third base. The shortstop for the Sun Devils, Jaden Archuleta. Lauren Vigil in left field. Mikey Maestas is in center field. Emilio Samaniego is the right fielder behind the plate for the Sun Devils. Zach Serrano and Leo Arevalo is the starting pitcher for the Sun Devils. As we come up in the bottom of the first inning, Toppers first at bats of this contest. They're going to send center fielder Aiden Logan to the plate. He'll lead things off. Number 2 batter is the shortstop, Diego Rodriguez. And Drew Watkins, the catcher, is batting in the 3 spot. Batting cleanup, should any of those gentlemen get on, is Jack Moudet. Moudet had a huge double in the late part of the first game to knock in a couple of runs and put the Toppers in position to close it out early, which they did in 5 innings. Toppers winning that game 10-0. Toppers, by the way, Gene, are 14-5 overall. They have won now 9 games in a row. They are 7-0 in district. Should they win this second game of the doubleheader, they'll, of course, move to 8-0. More importantly, they will just be 3 wins away from closing out the 2 wins away, from closing out the district title. The only really team that has any real shot of catching them right now, Pewaukee Valley, and the Toppers do hold the tiebreaker over the Elks this season. So Toppers in very good position to for another district title here, as a little bunt there from Logan, and he's going to make it right down the third baseline. Third baseman for the Sun Devils. Uriel Quintana, not expecting that. I wasn't expecting it either, but that was an excellent, well-placed bunt there.
Really was. Aiden Logan, the center fielder, and he came up. That was the first pitch. And he just, little slow bunt right down, just kind of rolling down the third baseline, not going very far. And then Aiden took off, and he was able to outrun it easily. And that's now going to bring up Diego Rodriguez, and Diego is the shortstop for Los Alamos. So the Hilltoppers start things off with a runner on first on the bunt by Aiden Logan, and now Diego Rodriguez, the shortstop. And this one now is going to be low and inside, and heading down to second, and picking up the steal that time. So easy, no problem. Oh, he kind of slid in there. Didn't really need to do that, but anyway, he's now in second. So he's down in scoring position, and there are no outs. And Diego Rodriguez is shortstop. He's at the plate for Los Alamos, and so now the catcher for Espanola, Zach Serrano, is going to go out and talk to Leo Arevalo and discuss a few things.
In the meantime, the Logan slid into second base, Gene, and he actually dislodged the base from its post.
Yes, it did.
So they had to take a couple of minutes to fix it. As for the Sun Devils, Arevalo steps off and looks back at Watkins or Logan rather. Nobody's holding him on.
Yeah, the 2-0 pitch comes to Diego Rodriguez, and just a fastball, and he just admires it. So that makes it 2-1. Take a swing at this one. This is going to go way out into left field, and this one is gone. Holy mackerel, Diego Rodriguez! Over the left field fence, and left fielder. He kept running back there, trying to get to it to Lauren Vigil, but he finally just had to pull up at the fence and watch it fly over. So Diego Rodriguez comes to the plate and hits a home run to start things off for the Hilltoppers. And so that brings home, of course, Aiden Logan. So it makes it a 2-0 ball game for the Hilltoppers right now. And left-handed batter at the plate, Mike. That's Drew Watkins. Drew Watkins, the catcher.
And Watkins sends one into a left center field line drive, and that is going to bounce over the fence for a ground rule double. Boy, oh boy, that he just line drive right in between the left fielder and center fielder. They both went after it. And that's a situation, Gene, we saw this in the last game, too. As a situation, he might still be running it that ball hadn't bounced over the fence.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that was he could not have hit that in cleaner in between the two of them.
The throw to third and diving into third base this time right now. And that's Drew Watkins, and Jack Mude is at the plate for Los Alamos. And Jack is the third baseman for Los Alamos. But we have a runner on third, nobody out. 2 runs in so far here in the bottom of the first inning. Espanola put up 4 batters, left one hanging. But anyway, so now Jack Mude is at the plate. And so we're having a discussion with something here.
Well, I don't know what I think Watkins may have. I'm not sure what you had a problem with his shoe. It looked like.
Yeah, whatever.
But, in any event, they've gotten that straightened out.
So Jack Mude, third baseman at the plate, nobody out. First pitch to Jack is going to be a ball, and the second pitch also inside for a ball. Arevalo really struggled against Los Alamos down in Espanola. And Hilltoppers winning that one 14-5. Actually went 7 innings. Hilltoppers could have ended it in the top of the 7th. They had a runner on second base. A base hit would have ended it, but we had to go one more half inning. But anyway, so drawing a walk right now is Jack Moody. So we now have runners on first and third.
Oh, and here we go. We have a golden runner.
Oh, my God.
And that going in is Dylan Marciano for Los Alamos. He will be the golden runner on first base.
Yeah, he'll be running for Jack Moody. And at the plate right now for Los Alamos is Zach Gonzalez, the pitcher for the Hilltoppers.
And I think that pitch hit him.
And he got hit.
Not sure it did. That was kind of low and inside. He doesn't seem to be worse for the wear, but that pitch was kind of going at his knee.
So
I don't know where it exactly struck him, but
so
it looks like he's okay.
The golden runner goes down to second. So
and we got another golden runner in.
Yeah.
And that is, let's see if we can figure out who that is. That is Ty Gartz.
Okay.
So we have two golden runners.
And the base is loaded, nobody out. And so it's called strike. Zach and so Esteban Trujillo, the left fielder for Los Alamos, is at the plate with the bases loaded, nobody out, takes a cut. And so he's going to be facing strike two at this point. So 0-2, nobody out. And whoa, who got there first? Ball was loose behind the plate. Oh, this one gets away from the catcher, but nobody moves. And so the count right now is 1-2 to Esteban. He'll be followed by Kyle Evan, who's right now who pitched down at whoa, and another batter hit. Wow, Esteban Trujillo got hit right in the butt.
Yep, he sure did. Right. Well, if you're gonna take a hit by pitch, that's where you want to get hit. That's right in the backside for Esteban, but that's gonna bring in a run. So congratulations on the RBI there, Esteban. No, you obviously had to do that the hard way. Yeah, and it looks like the Sun Devils are gonna go to the bullpen immediately.
RBI, right? A run butted in.
Yeah, absolutely, and that makes it 3-0. And yeah, we're gonna have a pitching change here. So Adavala's gonna check out. He did not retire a batter, so Gene, that means his ERA is infinitely high. in case you're keeping stats, is an infinitely high ERA.
So anyway, then the next batter for Los Alamos now is going to be Kyle Evan, who's pitching out there?
We are going to check on that. I think that is V Hill. That sure looks like him. We can't really see the number, but Lauren, a tall, lanky kid, like we said, heck of a basketball player. He's a very good athlete. Yes, that is V Hill. He's going to take over. So Lauren will move to the pitcher spot and see who's going to move over to left field. I don't think that was a straight switch, so that doesn't look like Adavalo out there in left field. But in any event, Lauren V Hill will take things over. So, and he's got bases loaded, nobody out, and down by 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning. So he's not coming into the greatest of situations here.
Yeah, nobody out. Bases loaded, 3-0 ball game. And the next batter for the Hilltoppers, Kyle Evanhus. And
no, we got basketball player versus basketball player here.
Yeah, we really do. And so anyway, yeah, it's going to be so Kyle Evanhus will be the first batter to face Lauren V. Hill. So Kyle has a chance for a grand slam here. Kyle will be followed by Diego Uriel I'm sorry.
First pitch popped straight up, and Lauren Vihila actually got off the mound to catch that. That is, boy, any baseball player, any baseball coach will tell you the pitcher should never leave the mound to do that, but he did it. So, and that was actually all for naught. That was a infield fly situation, but in any event, one pitch, one out.
Aiden Garcia now at the plate, and he is the first baseman for Los Alamos, and he's the number 8 batter. He'll be followed finally by Wyatt Guffey. So the count right now is no ball, 2 strikes. So Lauren coming in retires the first batter. He's way ahead on the second batter. Now it makes it 1 and 2. So Lauren comes in, retires Kyle Evan, who's with the bases loaded. Bases are still loaded. Aiden Garcia is behind on the count, 1 and 2. And this one is a little high and outside, so that evens up the count 2 and 2. And the catcher for Espanola at that time, Zach Serrano, faked the throw down to third, but of course he would never do that at this point.
No, that is not the risk to reward ratio. They're not very good.
So here we go, Mike, full count. And ground ball right back to the pitcher. They're going to make the play at first and then try to they play at the plate, and then at first a double play. So right off the bat they come out, and so Aiden Garcia, I mean, he just rolled a little one hopper right to the pitcher, and the pitcher just came straight home with it, and so anyway, so that retired, and then they threw Aiden out going down to first. So they get the double play. So Hilltoppers did not bat around. They put up 8 batters, but they did come up with 3 runs, Mike. So, but yep. Had a nice double play, though, that they did come up with as a little one hopper right to the pitcher. And boy, he didn't waste any time bringing it home, as he just zipped it down now to Zach Serrano, and then Serrano quickly over to Isaiah Aquino over on first base. So a nice double play to end the inning. So that's kind of interesting. Lauren Veal comes in a ridiculous situation. Nobody out, the bases loaded, 3 runs down, and then retires the next 3 batters.
Yeah, he gets out of it. He gets out of it unscathed. So actually, wonder maybe if he shouldn't have started the game. But that's just me second guessing. Just being picky. But in any event, the Toppers 3 runs on 3 hits, including a 2-run shot. Second batter of the ball game, and that was Diego Rodriguez. No Sun Devil errors, 2 left on base, so 3-0 as we head into the top of the second inning, Gene. And due up for the Sun Devils will be Isaiah Aquino, to be followed by Zach Serrano and Mikey Maestas to face Zach Gonzalez. And one first pitch, and that is going to get blooped into short left field. And that's going to drop in for a base hit. So Aquino aboard, excuse me. And actually, nice little piece of hitting. Aquino, a left-handed batter, but just shortened up his swing and was able to just drop it in the short porch in left field.
Yeah, so now that'll bring up the catcher, Zach Serrano. So they have a runner on first once again. That's how they started off the last inning. So they ended up with a runner on first. and they stranded the runner. Actually, it wasn't. And so this pitch is low, but he takes a cut at it anyway. That was really low pitch, but he decided he was going to take a swing at it. Mikey Maestas is on deck, and he is the center fielder. But and there's a ground ball right back to the pitcher, and a throw to they do get him at first, but he started the ball went right smack back to Zach Gonzalez, and he grabbed it and then he dropped it because he was trying to swing around and go to second. As he was making a swing, he dropped the ball, so there was no play at second. So he decided to go to first, and he does get it over to first in time. So he does retire Zach Serrano, and but that will move Isaiah Aquino down to second base. And so now we're looking at Mikey Maestas. And Mikey is the center fielder. So 3-0. And right now the count is 0-1. So runner on second in scoring position for Espanola. This one, he looked like at first I don't know if he was just trying to show bunt and pulled back, but it didn't make any difference because that ball came zinging by him so fast. He wasn't sure what to do with the bat. Boy, another nice pitch, but
wow. I don't believe he didn't get the call on that. Gonzalez really working the inside corner, and that was the best pitch of the three I think he's thrown, but he didn't get the call on that one.
No, he did not. And this one is going to be it was a 1-2 count, and he takes another cut at it. And this one kind of low, as Mike said, he's working the low part of the plate, and so he takes another swing, and these guys are taking these golf club swings, and so he ends up striking out, and that's going to bring up now Ariel Quintana. So Ariel is the second baseman. He has a runner on second. It's a 3-0 ball game right now. We're in the top of the second inning. Hilltoppers put in 3 runs in that first top of that first inning, and then Lauren V. Hill came in with the bases loaded, nobody out, and then he took short work of the Hilltoppers at that point. 1-1 is the count right now to Uriel. Uriel with a nice hit down to second, easily played there at second base for Los Alamos. Kyle Evans, he just scoops it up over to Aiden Garcia. Kyle, he hardly even had to move to get that one. So Uriel Quintana grounds out to second base. And so that will be into the same situation as the last inning. They had put up 4 batters and left one stranded. So they now have put up 8 batters so far in the 2 innings. And we come back. We'll come back, and the next thing they'll be at the bottom of the order for Espanola. But right now for the Hilltoppers,
I believe they're at the bottom of the order as well.
So. Yeah, they are actually.
So Wyatt Guffey, the right fielder, is due up first in this inning. Then we'll swing around to the top of the order. Aiden Logan, the center fielder, and Diego Rodriguez, the shortstop. And they're going to face Lauren Vigil, who came in, as you said, Gene, in a ridiculous situation in the bottom of the first inning and got out of it unscathed. So Lauren, the bases loaded, nobody out, but he got.
What I said was that Lauren came in and retired the next 3 batters. He only had to face 2 batters.
Yeah, he got Kyle Evanhus to pop straight up, and I mean straight up, for the first out, and then the next batter, Aiden Garcia, rolled into a 1-2-3 double play.
Yes.
Which is actually a very difficult double play to pull off, but they were able to do it. So, and that spared them because Espanola already down 3-0, and they really need a win in this game they would love a win in this game. And in actual fact, Gene, the Sun Devils are really out of any kind of contention, but they would love to get one. A high fly ball to left field.
And boy, pulled in out there in left field. So it drops anyway. So it didn't, not pulled in out there in left field as the ball drops in. So Wyatt Guffey starts things off with a nice double out into left field. And so he's now on the base. And now we go to the top of the order, Mike, as we'll swing around to Aiden Logan. And he bunted the very, very first pitch of the bottom of the first inning. So this one now is going to be a called strike. Looked like it was a little low and outside, but they call it a strike, and he'll be followed by Diego Rodriguez, who hit a home run. So this one pitches inside. So right now, Lauren V. Hill, who did a good job to come in and end that last inning right now, he's facing some pretty tough batters for Los Alamos as Wyatt Guffey started things off with a nice double. And so now Aiden Logan, and this one's a little low, and so it's going to be count now is 2-1. And Lauren not working very fast out there on the mound, I must say.
Well, it's a good thing it's not a pitcher's clock here. That'd be a problem.
Yes, I think it would be. This one's going to be low, so that makes it 3-1. So 3-1 is the count to the top of the order. Aiden Logan with Wyatt Guffey standing down there on second base, standing off of second base actually, and there's a walk. So now we have runners on first and second, and here comes Diego Rodriguez, and he pasted one. Boy, I mean, did he ever? That ball, I think, came down somewhere in Milwaukee.
Big shot by Diego, second batter of the ball game for the Toppers. First and second here, nobody out for Los Alamos, and for Lauren V. Hill, 5-pitch walk there. It wouldn't look like he was overthrowing maybe a little bit. Swings around to look the runner back at second base. Yeah, the Sun Devils are making really no effort to hold the runners on.
No, they're not. No. So Diego Rodriguez with a high fly ball out into right field, and that's going to be extra bases. He's going to get 2, and he's going to bring 2 runners in. So 2 RBIs that time for Diego. So he already had a couple of RBIs in the first inning, as I say, he with Aiden Logan. So he brought him in with a home run, and so now a nice double once again by Diego, and so Diego goes down to second, and that brings home everybody. So that's going to make it 5-0, Mike, right now. So the Hilltoppers up 5-0, and at the plate we have Drew Watkins, the catcher. The count right now is 1-1. This one is going to be low and outside, so it's 2-1, and the runner on second, and the Hilltoppers up 5-0 right now in this ball game. There's 2 mercy rules there. Turned around like he's going to throw it to second, but he diving back is Diego Rodriguez.
Actually, there is just the one mercy rule in baseball. There are 2 mercy rules in softball.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
So the first mercy rule in softball is a 15-run lead after 3 innings, but they do not have that in baseball.
They should.
I think if you go down 15 runs at some point, there's a very slim chance you're going to come back.
Yeah.
Now, is it impossible? No, but it's pretty darn hard. But in any event, in baseball, it is 10 runs after 5 innings. That is the mercy rule.
So Drew Watkins, a full count right now to Drew. Left-handed batter. This one's going to be outside. And I'm glad he threw that bat way in the air.
Wow. He kind of sing that one.
Yeah,
and actually the catcher for the Sun Devil was not that far away from the bat.
No, it wasn't. Good bat almost came down on the catcher's head. So anyway, so Drew Watkins now, he draws the walk. So right now we've got runners on first and second. Diego Rodriguez is out on second after hitting a nice double. Drew Watkins just drew the walk. Jack Mude, who walked the last time he was up, is at the plate right now, and the first pitch is going to be.
He crushes one, and that straight away center, back. That is
gone.
That is long gone.
That is a long, long way to wow.
Dead center field, and no doubt about that one. Wow, center fielder gave chase for about 3 steps and then didn't bother. Wow, huge shot there from Mude. 3-run jack for Mude, and that's going to put the Toppers up 8-0 with nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Wow.
Unbelievable. Yeah, so he brings home the runners with that home run. And so the 8-0 already.
Wow, Mude just crushed that pitch.
Boy, did he ever. Zach Gonzalez now is at the plate for Los Alamos, left-handed batter. And he got hit the last time he was up. And then he also got stranded. But this pitch now is going to be, well, right now, Lorneville, who came in the bottom of that first inning and just took control. But right now, he's having some problems. That's a ball 2 right now over to Zach Gonzalez, the pitcher for Los Alamos. And so Zach, so nobody on base, and so that's going to make it. He did. So the count's 2-1 right now, as they call the strike. No, it's full count. So this is going to be a ground ball out into right field. That's going to go all the way back to the fence and all the way around to second base. Zach Gonzalez with a nice double. So the Hilltoppers are pounding away now at Lorenville, and Estevan Trujillo will now come up for the Hilltoppers. He was hit by the pitch the last time he was up. He's a left fielder, but so he's ready to step in, and Hilltoppers are piling up the runs here. They won 15-4 down in Espanola. And they had a single game in the afternoon. And actually, it wasn't too bad. We went down there, Mike, and the weather was pretty good for that time of year.
Yeah, we've been down to Espanola a few times. Actually, the weather generally cooperates when we go down there for baseball and softball. That's nice. It's almost as nice as here in North Mesa.
Yes, it is. There's a ground ball down to the short and a throw to first. And
they're going to say they pulled him off the. Wow, nice play out there at shortstop, deep in the hole for the Sun Devils. That was Jaden Archuleta picked it up, had a long throw way across the diamond. I got to be honest, Gene, I thought they got him.
So did I. And in fact,
they're gonna say the throw pulled the first baseman off the bag. I didn't see him leave the bag.
No, I didn't either. I thought they got him, and then the umpire was making that motion, and I suddenly figured out, what is he calling here? And but anyway, right now Kyle Evans is at the plate once again, and he actually popped up to the pitcher last time he was up. In fact, he started the final 3 outs of the. So Kyle down to third base. The throw's going to go to first.
Oh my goodness! Great pickup there at third base by Quintana. He steps on third for the force out, throws across the diamond. Nice throw. The first baseman can't hang on to it.
No.
Hit him right in the heel of the glove, and it could not hang on. So safe at first. But wow, that was another nice play there by Quintana, and they would have gotten him if first baseman could have hung on to the throw.
Yes. So now we have a left-handed batter up for Los Alamos. Let's see. Okay, well, we batted around, Mike. Aiden Garcia is the first baseman. He's the 9th batter of this inning. And so, and the count right now is 1 ball to him. And we have runners on first and second as they retired Zach Gonzalez coming down from second. So that was a unassisted out by the third baseman. And then now we have runners on. We have Esteban Trujillo is actually, he's out of second base, and then Kyle Evans, who's at first, if I'm right, and Aiden Garcia is at the plate. The count is 2-1. And what's the score?
Score is 8-0 in favor of Los Alamos. If they can score these other 2 runners currently on base, Gene, that will put the Sun Devils in jeopardy. They're still got a ways to go, but
a little bit.
A little worse than they already are. 8-0 is not the position you want to be in.
No, especially after 2 innings.
Yeah, after
maybe
1 1/3 inning. That's really not the score you'd like to see.
Then there's only 1 out. Left-handed batter at the plate, Aiden Garcia, and he got throw to second, and not in time. So the last time Aiden was up, he popped a little 1 hopper right back to the pitcher. Pitcher brought it home, and that retired the runner coming from third. And then they got Aiden, and they still had Aiden in time to get Aiden going down to first. So Aiden this time, and this one's going to be out deep out into deep center field, and he's going to pull up with a double. He's going to bring in 2 runs. So coming home to score right now, Esteban Trujillo. So he comes in, and then Kyle Evans is also going to come in, score for Los Alamos, and standing out there on second base is Aiden Garcia. And so there goes my scorebook.
Boy, that is the worst when you're keeping score in a regulation scorebook and the team bats around.
Yes.
Then you got to go up to the next inning, and it's just a mess, actually.
Yeah, it is. So right now
that literally screws up the entire rest of your scorebook.
Yeah, it really does. So at the plate right now for the Hilltoppers, we have Wyatt Guffey,
and boy, Guffey was trying to hit a 5-run home run there with that swing. That was a big swing, but
he started off the inning with a smashing double. So, but he, like I say, he started off the inning, and now he's up there again. And so he goes down swinging. So finally, now we're coming back to the top of the order again. Lauren must be happy to see that. Aiden Logan and then Diego Rodriguez. And Aiden is he bunted and then he walked. Boy, this pitch is way inside.
Boy, oh boy, close call there for Aiden, but he's able to duck out of the way. Want to know the count. Runner on second here, Gene's 2 away for the Sun Devils. And that one's going to be high. And
yeah, count 2-0. 2 outs. We are in the bottom of the second inning. Hilltoppers are up with 10-0. And runner on second. At the plate right now is the top of the order, and that is Aiden Logan. Aiden is the first baseman for the Hilltoppers, and he's a little bit ahead in the count, 2-1. Runner on second base right now is let's see, that's it's Wyatt Guffey out there. No, Guffey struck out. This one.
Well, that is
so
it should be Trujillo, but it's not. Let's see who that is.
Unless it's Aiden Garcia.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it is Aiden Garcia. Excuse me. Yeah, no, it's Garcia with the
right.
And that pitch going to get away, and Garcia down to third base.
Yeah, so pass ball, and that moves Aiden over to third.
So if you're not familiar with Bomber Field, it's there is tons and tons of room out of play. I mean, it's a good 40 feet from the home plate to the backstop.
Yeah, it's not one of these ones where it goes by the catcher and then hits the brick wall and it comes right back to the catcher. Anyway,
they're gonna call
Aiden out on strikes.
Wow, that was a borderline pitch at best, but he goes down, so that will do it. But huge inning for the Toppers. They put up 7 runs and lead 10-0 after 2 full innings. So the Toppers in excellent position here in game number 2 to sweep this doubleheader. Toppers, like we said, Gene, trying to move to 8-0 on the district season, 15-5 overall, and they're in pretty good shape to do that. The Toppers getting close to another district title here. They have the tiebreaker over really the only team that even has a realistic shot of catching them. That's Pewaukee Valley. So we will see if, and I believe those 2 teams play next week as well in Pewaukee, but the Toppers will have the tiebreaker over the Elks. So, but the Elks are really the only team have any prayer of catching them at this point.
That's interesting too, because what comes up is that the other night Pewaukee was supposed to play here, and they moved the game down to Pewaukee because it was too cold up here. So now the next game is supposed to be scheduled out of Pewaukee. So they're going to move it up here.
Again, that's an excellent question. I mean, if you want to get technical, they shouldn't, because if they really, really wanted to play the game here, they could have.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just ridiculous. The weather was ridiculous, but it wasn't raining. It wasn't snowing, anything like that. So
very cold and very windy.
Yeah, it wasn't, it wouldn't have been any fun to play, but it's not, frankly, I don't think the Elks should be punished for that.
No, and the thing that's interesting, Mike, too, is that that's interesting is that Pewaukee is I love to broadcast from Pewaukee baseball because they have a little platform. They have their concession stand, and then they got this little apron out there in front of the concession stand, and we're able to set a table right up there behind the plate, and then high enough up, we get high enough up, we have a great view of the field.
Oh, it's a perfect view. You can't ask for a better spot than we have down there.
Yeah, it's perfect, absolutely perfect place to broadcast from. I mean, you can see everything that goes on everywhere. So they play. I hope they play down there.
Yeah, and softball field very nice. Also down there with one exception, and that is that the scoreboard is at the weirdest angle. Yeah, it's looking out like toward first. It's not looking out toward the stands, looking out to like toward first base.
Yes,
and it's if you. Unless you're sitting right down that line, you're not going to be able to see it.
No, you're not.
That is the weirdest spot for a scoreboard I have ever seen.
Yeah, it's great for the right fielder.
Yeah, they know exactly the score, exactly the situation. Everybody else on the field, not so much.
Well, the first batter that just now facing Zach Gonzalez here in the bottom of the third, at the top of the third inning, he strikes out, and that was Emilio Samaniego. Yes, I can do this. Anyway, so he strikes out. So that's one away. Now they come to the top of the order. This is Jaden Archuleta. First pitch. He's going to pop it up and pops it up to the shortstop, Diego Rodriguez. So waits on the first pitch, and that goes right to Diego. Easy out for Los Alamos. That makes it 2 down. We're in the top of the third inning, and let's see, is that they still batting Leo there? He was the pitcher.
Yes, that is Leo. He was a starting pitcher. He got chased without recording an out in the first inning. And I can't honestly tell you I know where he's playing right now, but he is batting. I don't know where on the field he is, but he is batting. That's so unlike the teams and the umpires not to tell us about the changes.
Oh, I know.
That is so unlike them.
I know. They always do. They always come over and always write it down and hand it to us.
Yeah, that's real nice of them. Just obviously just one weird oversight today. That's all it is to it.
So
Oh,
this now pitch. And so Leo Arevalo, he gets hit with a pitch. So it's dangerous up at that plate today.
Yeah, it's been a little rough over there, and Arevalo takes that one right between the shoulder blades. And boy, you could hear that one.
Yes,
and
you could.
Leo doesn't appear any worse for the wear, but that one hit him pretty good.
So Lauren Vigil, who is now pitching, is at the plate. So there's 1 away. Let's see. Actually, there's 2 away. 2 outs. Lauren Vigil at the plate. It takes the second pitch. And this one's going to head out into center. And Kyle Evanhus is going to make the catch for Los Alamos.
Yep, pitch that one up in short center field. So for the Toppers and for Zach Gonzalez, their third consecutive 4-up, 3-down inning. The Sun Devils have had a runner on every single inning so far, but have not been able to do anything with it. So no runs on and no hits. 1 runner left after getting plunked, and no Topper errors. So 10-0 ball game for Los Alamos after 2.5 complete. So quite the game for Los Alamos here in this game 2. The Toppers up big and can have a chance to add to that. Going to bring up their 2, 3, and 4 hitters heading up in the bottom of the third inning. That's going to be Diego Rodriguez. He'll be followed by Drew Watkins and then Jack Mude last inning. Jack Mude hit a moonshot to straight away center field. That was one of the bigger swings we have seen in some time.
Oh yeah,
that was a bomb.
Yeah, and like you say, it was right straight over center field fence, right smack. And so now Lauren gets to face Diego Rodriguez, Drew Watkins, and once again Jack Mude. So two big hitters coming up for Los Alamos at least.
Yep, two guys with home runs in this ball game.
In fact, Drew Watkins is, in fact, all three batters, Diego Rodriguez, Drew Watkins, and Jack Mude, have been very successful at the plate here today. And so Diego Rodriguez, of course, he started things off his first bat. He had a home run and he hit a nice double. And he's came home to score on both of them. This one almost catches him on the elbow.
Yeah, Rodriguez with, I'm going to mention this at the top of the show. I never got around to it. Rodriguez last year was a pretty slight little kid. He was not physically imposing by any stretch of the imagination. He looks like he's put on a couple of inches and probably 20 pounds.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
So he's pretty solid now.
A big husky kid now. So Diego Rodriguez, home run, double, and the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the third inning. And so it takes a good cut at this one. And
that looked like that was going to be a routine pop out, and second baseman coming around behind, almost behind the first baseman to catch it. And I think he lost track of it.
Yeah,
that's going to drop in.
I mean, they had three fielders going for it. The second baseman, he came charging over, and that was Dominic Salazar, and he went behind Isaiah Aquino, and almost coming in from right field also was Emilio Samaniago, and then the thing ends up dropping in. Unbelievable. So Rodriguez gets on. I don't know if you call that a hit or an error, but
that actually is a hit. They didn't. That did not touch anybody. So that is technically a hit. And then Watkins, next batter, first pitch goes right up the box for a base hit. So first and second, Toppers in business again with Mude up to bat, the cleanup hitter.
Boy, he cleaned it up last time.
Yeah, he sure did. 3-run shot to as straight away as center fielder as you can get.
Yeah, 2 outs and no outs. I mean, 2 outs and Mude takes a cut. That's going to make it 1. He's going to go over and talk to Jason Martinez, the head coach of the Hilltoppers. What do I do, Jason? Hit another home run.
Yeah. Why do I even have to tell you this? You should know this. Why do we even practice if you don't know what to do?
Right. We discussed this.
This is how I drew it up. You know it.
So here comes a 1-1 pitch. Swings and misses. Jack going for this time he was going for the left field fence.
Yeah.
But anyway, he'll be followed by Zach Gonzalez, who's pitching right now for Los Alamos. This one's going to get away from the catcher, so both the runners advance. So down.
Boy, that was the most leisurely stroll I've ever seen 2 runners take at the same time.
I know it.
That was just a walk in the park for them.
It was interesting too, because when it got away from the catcher, Mude motioned to the runners to go, And like you say, they just, and Mude takes a called strike. But anyway, the ball got away from the catcher, and Mude he pointed to the runners, and actually just pointed, made a little kind of a point. I guess that's what they do, and they didn't gesture them to go, but they. So anyway, at the plate right now is Zach Gonzalez, and he whacks one, and so that's going to bring home 2 runs as he whacks one in the first pitch. First pitch that came to Zach Gonzalez, and he whacks it out into the outfield for a base hit. He holds up at first, but that brings home the 2 runners, and
I make it 12-0. Nice inside-out swing there for Zach Gonzalez. Left-handed batter. He sent that one between his short and third base.
Yeah, this is Estevan Trujillo at this point. Called strike on Estevan.
Nice breaking ball there from Lauren.
Yes, left fielder. So we're at the bottom of the third inning. Hilltoppers up 12-0. Take a nice cut at this one. Doesn't get anything but air. But oh,
and 2 the count here. 2. No, this is not Estevan.
No, it is not.
Yeah, this is Antonio Griffith.
Yeah, I was just noticing he just struck out anyway. But
yeah, so
I just happened just before you said that. I was going to say, wait a minute.
Yeah, I was like, that doesn't look like Estevan, and no, it was not. That was Antonio Griffith. He goes down on strikes.
We don't have Kyle Evans up here either.
No, that is, I believe, Ty Gartz.
Yeah, 23, yes.
So first pitch gets away from the catcher, and just boy, oh boy, it's a good thing this isn't a track meet, because the topper runners on base are just they would not do so well. They would not do so well. They would have lost all of those sprints.
Yes,
that wasn't even a jog down there. That was like a speed walk down there for that.
I know, in both cases. It wasn't just running and diving at the base or anything. And a low pitch, and Ty Gartz takes a cut at it. But he's ahead on the count, 2-1. And he's he's batting for Kyle Evans, and of course, trying to pick out who's going to end up in the field where is going to be impossible. But anyway, Ty Gartz, 3-1 is the count to Ty right now. And this one he fouls off. It's interesting, too, because Lauren Veal came in that ridiculous situation, bases loaded, nobody out, and then he just retires the next. Well, he gets the next. Well, he gets a pop up and then a double play, and so that will do it as Ty Gartz strikes out, and so it brings the third inning to an end. And right now, let's see, what do we got out there? 12-0.
Yep, 2 runs for the Toppers in that inning on 3 base hits. No Sun Devil errors and 1 left on base. So 12-0 advantage for Los Alamos after 3 complete. Heading into the top of the 4th inning, Gene. And, of course, you are listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel, bringing you Hilltopper Baseball. This is game 2 of a scheduled doubleheader. So not a cloud in the sky today. A pretty nice day out here in Bomber Field, except for everything else. There are no clouds. That is plenty of sun, but it is not warm and it's been blowing pretty steady the entire way, but which is like I said, just so unusual for North Mesa. I mean, this is, but you just could not pick out a better spot for a baseball field than right here.
Right.
Just usually just not a breath of wind.
Wait and do game 2.
That was probably the right decision.
Yes, it was. So we're ready to go here, Mike, in the top of the 4th inning, and we're going to have, looks like it's going to be Uriel Quintana is the batter.
Yep, he's the cleanup hitter. He'll be followed by Isaiah Aquino and Zach Serrano due up in the 4th inning. And since at least one guy will get on base, since that's happened every single inning for the here we go. And I think that pitch got a piece of Quintana.
Yeah, so there's our runner.
There it is. So, and that will bring up, I believe, Mikey Maestas. So he will bat. And Quintana's, he's really grimacing. I think that caught him on the elbow.
Let's see. This is supposed to be Isaiah Aquino, but is that?
Yeah, I think that is him.
Yeah, number
12.
Number 12, yeah.
Yep. So Aquino is the first baseman, but they're checking out Quintana, third baseman, and he got hit right on the elbow, and he is still trying to work that out. He wasn't hit super hard, but you get hit right on that bone. That really stings.
Yeah, so he's down at first. So it's interesting, Mike. They put up. So in 3 innings they put up 12 batters. So it looks like they might do this again in 4 innings. 4 batters for each inning. They get a runner on without much trouble, and then the runner just ends up getting stranded. So Aquino, so we have a runner on first. He was hit by the pitch, and Aquino takes the first pitch high and outside. Takes a swing at the second pitch, and this is going to head out into center field, and waiting for it out there in center field that time was Aiden Logan. So that just pops right into Aiden's glove, and so that
you know what? I think that bounced. I think that bounced.
Oh, it did bounce?
Yeah, it did. We have runners on first and second.
Oh, I thought he got it. Okay.
He sure acted like he got it. I was a little shaded by the umpire, kind of in the way, but I guess that hit because we got runners at first and second, and nobody's complaining about it. So, and we have the first golden runner of the game for the Sun Devils. Actually, this might not be a golden runner. This might be a pinch runner because Quintana's leaving, and he is still grabbing at his elbow.
Yes.
And he was hit by the first pitch of the inning, right in the elbow, and it obviously really bothered him. It looked like a breaking ball. It was not a hard pitch, but that must have hit him right in the sweet elbow spot there because he is still there. They're looking at it right now in the Sun Devil dugout.
So runners on first and second, and the batter is Zach Serrano. He's the catcher. And so right now, Mike, there's nobody out. They have runners on first and second, and the count right now is 2 strikes. And this is a called strike. So Zach Serrano, the catcher.
Serrano, he kind of gave the umpire the side eye on that last pitch. That was, I think it was a borderline pitch. Obviously, Zach not crazy about it. Now, the catchers generally won't complain. because if they complain, they're right there and they have to stand right by the umpire.
So everybody's going to be safe as we had as he took a little swing at it, and it just got a very piece of it, kind of bounced out toward the pitcher's mound, picking it up, Zach Gonzalez, and then he dropped the ball, and then he finally made the throw to first, but by that time everybody was safe. So the Espanola ends up loading the bases.
Oh, and they're going to get a run in as we have another hit by a pitch.
Oh,
and that was pretty much the same spot.
That had been Dominic Salazar.
Yep.
That got hit by the pitch. So that's going to bring home Ariel Quintana. So he'll come home.
And that might be it for Zach there. As Jason Martinez heads out, and he is, well, I don't know. There's a whole lot of talking going on there. There's just like, I guess they're going to make a move. I don't know. Jason's not, he looks really solemn out there.
Yeah,
like,
really.
It's like, oh boy, here we go.
I cannot believe the relaxed mood Los Alamos is in.
I know this is about as leisurely as we ever seen him. Gonzalez going to stay in. He didn't get much of a talking to. Jason Martinez didn't even lift his head to look at him. I'm not sure what that was about. This
should bring up Emilio Samaniago. At first pitch and it's going to throw to second. They get a double play. So they catch him at second. They catch him at first. So they go down a classic double play as he took the swing at the first pitch, and then he grounds out into a double play, and then but they do get one run in, and Emilio was the bottom of the order. So anyway, so we'll be heading in now to
all right.
This is the bottom of the fourth inning.
Yes, bottom of the fourth inning coming up for Los Alamos. They're up 12-1. So the Sun Devils do get on the board. One run on one hit, one Hilltopper error, two runners left on base. So the Sun Devils able to take a little bit of advantage there, and they trail 12-1. The challenge for Espanola now need to keep Los Alamos off the scoreboard,
yes.
And they are going to need 2 runs in the top of the fifth inning to keep the game going. So,
well, we'll see who's going to come to bat here. It's supposed to be Aiden Garcia, but we'll see who Jason's going to send up there.
Well, Aiden is in the batter's box, or in the
he is
in the warm-up circle. So,
and then behind him is it's supposed to be Wyatt Guffey, but
that doesn't look like Wyatt.
No, it's number 11.
Let's see. That is Dylan Marciano. He has a bat in his hand, so it looks like he will probably stay in the ball game. But Garcia up to bat, and for the moment, Marciano, and then we're going to swing around to the top of the order, assuming no other major changes here.
Yeah, Aiden Garcia. So fouls off the first pitch.
Let's see where it went. Yeah, it's always a little dangerous when you're like,
Oh, really?
We don't have a whole lot of cover where we're sitting. So.
No, if it goes straight up, comes straight down, not much we can do about it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Gene, we're just not as spry as we used to be. It's a little harder to get out of the way these days.
All I can do is just let it hit me. And then they can take me to the emergency room. So Aiden Garcia, and the count right now is 2-1 to Aiden. Lauren Veal still on the mound. Ooh, little off-speed pitch, but doesn't catch anybody. That's going to make it ball 3. 3-1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the Hilltoppers at this point trying to set it up so they don't even bat the next inning. But right now it's 12-1. So the Espanola, let's see, Espanola can really dig in, put on their rally caps, and try to get 2 runs.
Yep, man. Need to get the rally monkey fired up and all of that. But yeah, been a rough year for the Sun Devils. They've kind of taken it on the chin this year. Only 3 victories for the Sun Devils. Most of their losses have been fairly one-sided.
Full count pitches of ball.
As Garcia takes ball 4, and that's going to bring up Dylan Marciano. He is batting in place of Wyatt Guffey here at the bottom of the order. And it looks like Aiden Logan's going to come out to bat. We will see. So runner at first, nobody out for Lauren Vigil. Vigil's gone, a long way so far. He's recorded all of the outs the Sun Devils have gotten. He actually did not start the ball game. A rough start to the game for
he knew he was going to be a losing pitcher.
Yeah, so he can do whatever he wants. Yeah.
Really?
This is going to affect his record.
Not at all. Throw down to first and gets away momentarily from the first baseman down there for Espanola, Isaiah Aquino. But so let's see now where I have. I think the ball might have hit him in the leg. It was the throw to first. And it was kind of a low throw, and it got away from him. Right now, looks like he's favoring his light right leg, but
yeah, a little bit.
But
he actually did pretty good just to keep that from going to the first base fence.
So a high fly ball out into left center field, and this one
went back against the fence.
Wow!
For a double
for Marciano.
Wow! Marciano coming off the bench with a nice double to left center field, and is going to swing Garcia all the way around to third.
Yes.
And, like I said, the Toppers have been pretty leisurely on the bases. I wonder if he wasn't on a full sprint if he couldn't have scored. But
really?
The Topper just really not that interested in running today, apparently. So
Aiden Logan is he's up. He's at the top of the order. And he bunted, walked, and struck out. Bunted and got on. Bunted, beat out the bunt. And then he walked. And he struck out. So let's see what he's going to do here. And so right now he's looking at a count of 2-1. So runners on second and third. Nobody out. So Hilltoppers is trying to garner a bunch of runs again. It's kind of interesting, Mike. You're talking about it's 12-1. We need some insurance runs.
You don't want to leave anything to chance at this point.
No, you don't. As Aiden strikes out again. So that's the second time he's walked up there and struck out, and so here comes Diego Rodriguez, and that has been Lauren Vigil's nemesis.
And by the way, Gene, Diego, if he gets a triple, will hit for the cycle here.
Yeah.
That's all he's lacking.
Yes, it is. That's right. Yeah, exactly. So this pitch to Diego. So right now, Diego's looking at a count of 1-1, and he's got runners in scoring position and one away as as Aiden Logan just struck out. Zach takes a look at this pitch. It's a little low, but they call it a strike. I don't know, Mike. It looked awfully low.
That was a little boy. I think 12-1. I think the strike zone gets expanded a little bit. Big swing there by Diego.
Diego Rodriguez.
I think he was going for that triple, but swung through it for strike number 3. And it's the first time he's been retired in this ball game, and that is going to bring to the plate Drew Watkins.
Yes, and so, well, Diego, he did everything today. Struck out. He just needs to bat 2 more times and get a walk and get it hit.
That's right. You can have done literally everything you could possibly do at the plate.
Yes, you can. Drew Watkins. He is the catcher for Los Alamos, left-handed batter, and pops this one up foul. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Right now it's still a 12-1 ball game, and we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Trying to keep there's a ground ball right down to the first baseman. I mean, that doesn't make it easy entering that. Little slow hopper down to the third baseman, and it took a nice little hop right smack into his glove.
Yeah, that's didn't get a lot easier in that one. So that'll do it for the Toppers. Well, the Sun Devils did what they needed to do, kept Los Alamos off the scoreboard.
Yes, they did.
So no runs. First time the Toppers have not recorded a run in an inning. They did have 1 hit. That was a double by the pinch hitter, Dylan Marciano. No Sun Devil errors, 2 left on base. 12-1 ball game. And we got a new pitcher for Los Alamos to try to close the things out. And that is Ty Gartz. So Ty Gartz takes the rubber here in the top of the 5th inning. The Toppers, if they can hold the Sun Devils to 1 run or less, they will close out this ball game and improve to 8-0 on the district season.
So Espanola right now, Mike, is at the top of the order. So they'll start the thing. They'll start off the top of the 5th inning with their top 3 batters. And then should be Jaden Archuleta, Leo Arevalo, and Lauren Vigil. But we'll see if that is the situation. But Ty Gart's on the mound for Los Alamos trying to close this thing out. So we'll have to find out now. Is Ty Gart's a closer?
No, he's a bit of a side armor, actually.
Yeah.
So, not we don't see a whole lot of those at this level of baseball.
No, you don't. So the batter is.
That does appear to be Jaden.
Yes, it does. Jaden Archuleta.
So, like I said, the Toppers can hold the Sun Devils to 1 run or less. They will close out this ball game. Toppers very likely are going to improve to 8-0 regardless of what happens in this inning.
Yeah, sidearm pitch, like you say. That one gets away from the catcher, Drew Watkins. Not very far, but anyway.
Drew's done a pretty good job of this ball game, handling the pitches.
He really has. I mean, nothing's really gotten away from him. But he's had some great saves on some of those pitches, but there's swing and miss, and so it's going to make it now 1-2 to their leadoff hitter, Jaden Archuleta, and he is the shortstop. And let's see what and there he takes a swing. This one down to third base. He can't pick it up. Tried to pick it up with his glove.
Well, that went straight back to Ty, and then
yeah,
that actually almost looked like it hit him on the foot.
It might have, yeah, because it headed over toward third.
Yeah, it took a wicked turn there to third, and third baseman unable to pick it up.
Yeah, he tried to scoop it up with his glove, but so anyway, Jaden Archuleta gets on first, and so that's going to bring up now Leo Arevalo, and let's see, and Arevalo had a base hit, and then he was the one runner that got on in the first inning, and then he got hit by a pitch the last time he was up. So this is going to get away from Drew, and he's going to third base. And the throw to third is going to be not in time. So on the pass ball, Jaden Archuleta ends up on third base. Uh-oh. Hilltoppers are in jeopardy here.
That's right.
Not closing this out. And so they're still up at the plate. Leo Arevalo. Okay, we're going to send the runner home.
I think they're going to call a balk here.
Yes, they are.
So, the balk called on Ty Gartz, and home plate umpire is going to go out and explain to him what he did. So there was a throw over to third base for the runner, and well, he didn't get much of an explanation.
No, he didn't. It makes it 12-2, and 2 balls and 1 strike is the count right now to Leo Arevalo.
No, they're gonna wave off the balk call.
Oh, back he goes.
I have never seen that.
Back he goes. Okay.
I have never seen that. That umpire changed his mind.
That'll mess my scorebook up a little more. So the ground ball. This one's going to go out into. It's getting away from the center fielder. That's going to end up as a double.
Wow.
So Jaden Archuleta does come home, and Leo Arevalo hits it out into. Right into center field, left center, well, actually more center, and they just couldn't field it out there. Aiden Logan trying to pick it up, having a heck of a time picking the ball up. So now it's a 12-2 ball game, and at the plate right now, let's see, there's a play at second as he dives back, and they say that he is safe.
So that was a fly out to center field. That was Lauren V. Hill.
Oh, wait a minute.
At bat.
Oh, yeah, I'm confused.
The ball was caught, but the runner on second, he was like 3/4 of the way to third base, and before he realized that that was going to be a problem. That was and that was caught. That wasn't like a spectacular diving catch. That was, and he just retreated back. Actually, a better throw would have got him, Gene.
Yeah, let's see. So, I'm confused here. I've got. Wait, who's up to bat now? Number 1.
That is Lucas Martinez. This is his first trip to the plate.
So they have a runner on second and 1 out. This is going to go to the shortstop. And they're going to get away from the shortstop.
A bad bounce in front of the shortstop.
Yeah.
Boy, he looked like he had it pretty well. That was going right to Rodriguez, and I think it hit the lip of the infield and bounced right over his head.
Yeah, and he was already looking to third because his plan.
He would have had to play at third, too.
His plan was to try to catch Arevalo coming down from second,
And I think he would have got it, but unfortunately hits the lip and bounces right over his head. Nothing he could do about it. So the I don't know what you call that run. The surviving run is 90 feet away for the Sun Devils.
Yes, it is, and it is a 1 out. And so they have that runner over there. That's see, is that Arevalo?
Yes.
Arevalo is on right now. He's on third base, and what you saying, Lawrenceville? He flied out, didn't he?
Yes, he did, and swing and a miss by the batter. Not sure who that batter is. Let's see.
It's supposed to be Ariel Quintana.
Yeah, it is. It is Quintana. That is correct.
Sidearm. That one's going to go down. That's going to go out into right field. Whoa. That makes it 12-3.
All right. So the Sun Devils will live to play at least another half inning.
Yes, they will.
So, yeah, that's a ground ball gets through the right side.
Ariel Quintana with out into right field. And so that's going to ring up now. It should be Isaiah Aquino.
I believe it is. And, just 1 out actually here for the Sun Devils. So this is their most productive inning of the ball game right here. And they needed it right exactly when they needed it, too.
Right. Now the batter is Zach Serrano. I'm sorry, I was off one. So we still have just 1 out. 1-1 is the count. And great play at second. Wow. Oh, and did they get him? Yeah, they got him.
No, they did not get him. I think they dropped it.
Well, my God, what a play at second base. What
a catch over there at second base. That was Kyle Evanhose climbing the ladder. You know what? I don't think that's Kyle.
No, I don't think it is either.
Let's see who that is. That is
but boy, I'm
is that Watkins?
That
looks like 21.
Like a fantastic catch.
Yeah, great catch out there, and then nearly doubled up the runner, but first baseman could not hang on to the throw. So, not Sun Devil still alive here. Ground ball to the shortstop, and that is bobbled, and everybody's going to be safe. Rodriguez trying to come in and one-handed.
Oh, my God.
And hit him right in the heel of the glove, popped right out of his glove.
So the bases are loaded, Mike.
Unbelievable.
Hilltoppers, all they had to do was put them out, and this thing would be over. And so right now they're pouring in the runs. And what is it, 12-3?
12-3, and they have a chance to add to that. That's going to get away from the catcher, and that's going to score another run.
Yes, it is. And he goes sliding across the plate for no reason. Anyway. Oh, my God.
No, he did not have to really slide, but.
No, he did not.
If there's any doubt, slide. That is the rule.
Yes. So
there wasn't a lot of doubt there, but. Gotta let everybody know you played.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta get your uniform dirty.
So up to bat, in case you're interested, is Dominic Salazar.
Yeah, really.
And 12-4 now. So I don't know what you say, that Sun Devils now have a 1-run cushion. I don't know.
Yeah, really.
And that's going to be outside.
Yes.
So first base open here for the Toppers. 2-2 the count. 2 men out here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, 2-2. And there's a swing. miss. So Dominic Salazar finally ends the inning as he strikes out, but that's going to make it right now a 12-4 ball game as Espanola decides to extend this ball game. Dominic Salazar, the last batter, he was the number 8 batter. So next inning will be back down to, it's back to the bottom of the order for Espanola. But for the Hilltoppers right now, they're going to start things off with Jack Mude, I think, if he bats, and then Zach Gonzalez, and then Esteban Trujillo. We'll see who they actually bring up to the plate here to bat for Los Alamos.
Well, so Toppers have still up by 8, but it's one of these deals, in a district game, especially. I don't think Jason Martinez is going to want to mess around too much. So plus he already a lot of players have already entered this game for Los Alamos.
Who's pitching for them now?
It still looks like Lauren.
Is that Lauren?
Yes. Lauren B. Hill's still on the mound here. I don't think the Sun Devil bullpen very deep, unfortunately. Just rough year for the Sun Devils. And just Sun Devils, and we've seen them in the past, pretty solid ball team. The last half dozen years or so, they have really struggled in baseball. Yeah. And just, they really haven't even been particularly competitive, which is unusual.
Yeah. Everybody wants to play basketball.
That is true. And of
course they struggled in basketball this year.
Yeah, not their best basketball team either, which is very unusual.
So for the Hilltoppers, they're going to bring up Jack Mude. So Jack will bat, start things off.
And we were expecting the Sun Devil basketball team to be pretty darn solid again this year, and they just never got it together.
Yeah. What was interesting, though, was that they had, when we played them, they only won 3 games, and they beat us on a buzzer beater, and then the next 2 district games they won. So they had only won 3 games. They were all district games. So, but then that didn't last. So Jack Mude at the plate, the first pitch of the ball. And so, see, Jack already has a home run to his credit. So he's already had a good day at the bat. He walked, hit a home run, struck out. He's done it all. There's a hard hit ball. This one's going to go all the way up against the fence in left field. Wow. So that was a hard hit ball, and that went all the way to the fence. And so Mude, the cleanup hitter, and boy, he has certainly lived up to that nickname.
Yeah, he hit that one almost as hard as he hit the home run. Just didn't get the same lift on it, but that one went to the fence, no problem.
So let's see. This is supposed to be Zach Gonzalez, but
yeah, I believe it is Zach.
They made a bunch of changes, so. But anyway, we have a runner on second. Yeah,
well, Zach can actually finish this game with one swing.
Yes, he can.
But Jack Mude, like the rest of the Toppers, where I guess was running so hard, his shoe came loose, so he had to fix it. Because Toppers have just been burning up the base pass today.
I know, I can't believe they. I mean, there's a by that goes by the catcher, and I think they're going to come home.
Uh-oh. Oh, and they're going to get him.
They're
going to get it. They're going to get Mude. They're going to call him out. And trying to score from second on the pass ball.
Yeah. So, yeah,
So, wow, gee whiz, I have never seen that.
really, yeah, no, trying to come in. Anyway, so
Score from second on a pass ball wild pitch. It could go either way. And anyway, that would have scored him because that one gets away from the catcher. So, but that is a walk for Zach Gonzalez. So that would have, yeah. So
I'm surprised they sent him if they sent him because.
I don't know if they actually
you had
that was planned or he just was improvising, but they caught him. It was actually a closer play at home than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, yeah, it was. This nice play by the shortstop, but the throw to second gets away from the second baseman. Now coming all the way around from first base after the walk, and that is Zach Gonzalez. So Gonzalez is going to score. That's going to make it now 12, 13, right?
13. Yes, 13 to 4.
We have the winning run on second base.
Oh, wow. This is
Esteban Trujillo. No, not Esteban.
That is Ty Gartz at the plate.
Yeah.
Boy, this has been an action-packed fifth inning.
Yeah, it really has.
Well, a lot more going on in this fifth inning than probably the rest of the ball game.
Really. The first 4 innings were just they put up 4 batters and the Hilltoppers were banging away like crazy. All of a sudden, the fifth inning, the Espanola comes to life. They did not want to get mercy ruled. I guess that was a pep talk in the dugout.
Yeah, that's right. That's boy, that nothing fires you up like gentlemen. Let's not lose this game by 10 runs.
Yeah, no. It's kind of like in basketball, where you say, "Do not let them make 100."
99's okay. 100 is not okay.
No, it is not. Definitely isn't. Gartz is called out on strikes, so that makes it 2 out, Mike. My God, this game might go on forever.
Yeah, we'll see now. And
13 is at the bat. Not Kyle. That's not Ty Gartz. No.
That is Aiden Garcia.
Oh, okay.
And I've kind of lost track of where we are in the order, but Aiden is the 8th batter.
Yeah.
So, we've had numerous changes, and like I said, just so unusual. They're not keeping us up on that.
And this one, he pops it up. That's going to fall in, and here comes a winning run.
Now juggled out there in left field and scoring the winning run, standing up. That is Antonio Griffith. That'll do it. So
yeah, that ball should have been fielded out there in left field. I don't know what was going on out there. The left fielder came over, the center fielder came over. The two of them went after it.
And between the two of them, neither one of them could pick it up.
I know.
So that'll do it. 14-4, your final score. Los Alamos wins this one and gets strange last inning there, but
I guess. My God.
So the Toppers score 2 runs, which they needed to do, and get a leadoff double from Jack Mude. He's actually not one of what came within a hair's breadth of scoring that first run, but was thrown out trying to score from second on a passed ball.
Yeah, even as far behind the backstop, he was far behind home plate as it is. I mean, still trying to score from second on a pass ball.
Yeah, that is a tall order, that's for sure. And they did get him. That play was actually pretty close. I thought he was going to be. I thought it was going to be out before he got to third. But yeah, that was a close play. But Mude thrown out. Then a base hit by Griffith and an error led to the first Topper run, and then a base hit and another error out in left field. and Griffith comes around to score, and that'll do it. So the Toppers win this one 14-4, Gene. So they improve to 8-0 on the district season. They are 15-5 overall. So the Toppers in excellent position to win yet another district title in baseball in District 2 4A. The Sun Devils slipped to 0-8 on the district season. Just not their year, unfortunately. And we've seen pretty solid Sun Devil teams. Just the last few years, they're just not been. They've just been unable to put in a super competitive ball club.
Yeah, I remember a few years ago, I went down to Espanola. I don't remember if you remember that game, but Espanola had the game won. It was in the last. I think it was in the last inning, and Hilltoppers came up to bat at the top of the seventh, I think. And we had 2 outs, and I don't think we had any runners on or anything, and we were down about 3 runs, something, and then anyway, what's his name? Wang. Anyway, the one that went to the Lobos. Anyway.
Oh, the Mang brother. Actually, 2 of them ended up going play at UNM. Connor and Jared. And Jared spent a short time playing in the minor leagues, as a matter of fact.
Well, Jared came to the plate, and we had nobody out. And we had 2 outs, and had 2 strikes on Jared. And he pasted one against the left field fence, and the center field fence. And then, so he got like a double. And then the next thing, Espanola had that game in the bag. And then all of a sudden, the Hilltopper Bats just went crazy. And they ended up winning the ball game. And it's the most craziest comeback I've ever seen, because the Hilltoppers weren't doing anything. And
I remember that. It had been a very, very quiet ball game for Los Alamos. The entire game. Woke up in the last inning and pulled it out.
Yeah, it was amazing. So anyway, that'll do it for us next week. As a pretty fouled up week. There's not a whole lot going on, but all of our crew is not available next week. That's usually as we have everybody, somehow we're able to put a crew together, but there's no way we're going to be able to put a crew together next week. So we won't be doing any broadcast next week. And I'm not sure what our schedule is after that. So,
well, we will figure it out, but it is hard to believe, Gene. We're like 2.5 weeks away from the end of the spring season. Like I swear, we just had like our 3rd football game of the year, like a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I know.
And here we are. We're knocking at the door at the end of the spring season, and in any event, we'll keep you posted. So watch a daily post, and we'll let you know what's going on with the district baseball and softball races. Just unfortunate. The spring has just been kind of out of control, and we just haven't been able to do as much as we wanted to.
No, the weather has really killed us this year. This has been such a strange spring. I didn't think winter was ever going to end, and it still hasn't.
Oh yeah, it ended for a couple of days, but it's making a comeback. So
yesterday I was out there, and that wind and the rain, I couldn't believe it. I kept waiting for the eye of the storm to come by. And so today we decided we were going to do a 10 o'clock game, and then it was predicted to be supposed to be pretty cold. So we decided, well, let's wait and do noon, which actually was a better idea. So anyway, but we haven't been able to do that many games because we just keep getting weathered out. And so anyway, we'll be back on the air, not next week, but the week after. As Mike says, this thing is winding down in a hurry. it'll be interesting to see the Milwaukee situation. And also the other one that we had hoped to cover is the softball teams, and they're in the battle with Moriarty. And we had hoped to go to Moriarty next week, and they had a doubleheader next week on Saturday. We had hoped to go to Moriarty for that softball game, but all of our crew is going off somewhere else, so we're stuck.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate because Moriarty right now in first place in the district softball standings, and they're pretty solid. Los Alamos right behind them, so that game is going to be the very likely the tipping point for to determine who's going to win the district title. And we've seen Moriarty, interestingly, in softball has not generally been all that strong, just kind of historically, but they're pretty solid this year, and they're definitely more competitive than I was expecting. But Moriarty in pretty good shape, and if the Toppers need a sweep in that doubleheader, that's going to be very, very interesting down there.
Yeah, and that's played in Moriarty too, and so and I don't know whether they switched. They keep switching around down in Moriarty, and you play volleyball. They play actually over at the middle school, which is a fantastic gymnasium.
It's nice. It is a nice gym.
The middle school is better than a high school.
I would dare say that as well.
And then the last time we did a softball game in Moriarty, the last one that I went to, it was like I don't even know they even heard of. I don't think they'd ever seen a blade of grass on that field, and since the time they put it on, it was pretty brutal. But I think they might have a new softball field now too, and it's interesting about the softball fields too, because like you were talking about Milwaukee, the old softball field at Milwaukee was, God, that was murder. And we went there one time, got up in the press booth up there, and Mike opened up the window so we could see better, and all these wasps flew out. And they were all over the booth. So, but anyway, they took this softball field, made it to baseball field, and then a brand new softball field. And boy, it is nice. All AstroTurf. So anyway, all right, Mike. Well, that'll do it for us. You have a good weekend. And so this is Gene Martinson for Mike Mays and John McHale and Charlene McHale and Nate Lindback and all our crew. I want to thank Carol Clark for making all of this possible as we do these broadcasts on the Daily Post new YouTube channel. And so it's nice of Carol to come to our rescue when we thought we were dead in the water. So I want to thank the Daily Post for their support and their support of Los Alamos High School athletics. And so that will do it for us. This is Gene Martinson. So you have a great weekend, everybody. And we will see you in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye, everybody.